Did you know that there are two things that these YouTube gurus don't tell you about creating videos and content? And it's because they're scared that if you do it, they will look like they've just been wasting their time making these flashy edits, these highly polished videos. And then they can't sell you their stuff, their program, their coaching, their high ticket thingy. Well, I want to break the myth. I want to give you some little bit of inspiration. I want to empower you to make videos like the one I'm making now, because I call this an ugly video. Let me explain the method behind it and why these YouTubers don't want you to do it if they're selling you this YouTube course, because they're going to tell you how to frame and position and have amazing lighting and all of that stuff and great audio. Well, I have none of that now. I'm sure you can see. And I've done it this way for a reason. And if I look back over here at my YouTube channel, one of my best performing videos is about making ugly videos. Why? Because it gives you permission. So you now have permission to make ugly videos. Now, the second tactic is this: remaking your ugly videos, because that's what I'm doing today. Why is it so important that you start off making ugly videos and then that you continue to remake these ugly videos? Well, firstly, you're standing in your own power. You're taking power back. I'm in my office. I'm just about to go on a holiday to Greece. I'm catching up on some work, but I've got guitars there. I've got a stand. I've got I've got a lightsaber that I've not even opened from my last holiday. It's just been chaos here recently. And I literally have two very soft key lights there and some backlight. It doesn't make for an aesthetically pleasing video, but there are YouTubers out there who are just literally grabbing their phone, shooting in the car, and they're making amazing videos. They're creating lots of interest around their content. And what they're also doing is they're building a big subscriber base by being real. You might have seen Sam Sulek. He's that bodybuilder, hench guy. He just gets in his car with his phone, talks on the way to the gym, gets to the gym, works out, and then talks on the way back about what he did in the gym. Or he'll go to the supermarket and he'll on his phone. Keep using this because I'm actually using my phone and breaking some rules. I'm going to share the rules on breaking so that you can do them too, and then have more and more permission and more empowerment to just get started. But he'll go to the supermarket on his phone and he'll just drive and say what he's going to get. He'll go there, he'll walk around doing his shopping and he'll drive back, and he'll just literally stitch these three clips together, and people love him for it. That's the power of being honest, real, standing in your own power, being completely authentic and completely unapologetically you. That's the power of an ugly video. So if you can make ugly videos, if you like, then it's a matter of how can I remake them when they perform well? Well, you do what I'm doing. You watch what gets viewed, you watch what people like, and then you just come back and remake it later on. The YouTube gurus are not telling you to remake your content because they want to sell that part to you in their course. But if you've got a video that's performing well, why not remake it? So if we go ugly and we go something's performing well, Cynthia, one of my clients, she did this. She said, oh, excuse my language. She went, oh, fuck it. Sat in the car, had a spiritual moment. It came to me and she recorded on her videos, on her phone, and one of the best performing videos that she's ever created. Real, honest, in the moment, didn't overthink it. Most people are overthinking their content when it comes to YouTube or comes to anything. So one of my best performing videos is literally phone. And that's how my last ugly one was done. My Facebook lives when I was building my business in the early days were all literally point shoot. And I would go through the process, got a hook, got a question to ask them, tell them a story, teach them something, tell them something to do next. That's a real simple 5-step framework to make any video. All of my videos are based around that framework. It doesn't matter what it looks like, whether it's aesthetically pleasing, you've got some flashy lights over there, you've got these lights, you've got some dangly things or whatever it might be. At the end of the day, it's what comes out of here and comes out of here that's really, really, really important. So how can you do it and how can you get started? Well, straight away, I'm on my phone. I'm recording on a platform called Riverside. I love it. It's a podcast platform, but you can do so much with it. I'm using the front-facing camera. How bad is that of me? I've got really poor lighting. I've got Elgato key lights, but they're really, really low and everything else. And I've just not got it in the right place for me. But what I've done is I'm literally breaking all the rules so you can see. Now, what am I doing? So I've got a key light, they're on, they're very, very low. The actual light that's lighting me up is off my Mac iMac here, sorry, MacBook as I say, my iMac, that's lighting my face. I think the most important thing here is that you've got permission to make an ugly video. You share some steps of where you are and where you can take somebody. And then from that, you just follow the 5-step framework. Tell them what they're going to get straight away. Ask that question. Tell them a little bit of a story about how you got here. Give them the teaching step, which I've just said. Press record. And you know what? I'm now figuring out how even uglier this video is because I forgot to tell you the rules that I'm breaking. That's the pain of not having a script. You might have some bullet points, but if you haven't got a script to follow or you haven't got bullet points, then you might forget some stuff. So there's a rule. Anyway, let's just quickly summarize what the rules I'm breaking is. Front-facing camera on my iPhone. I'd still say it was pretty good. Lighting is really, really naff, but I've got a light and it's showing some face, and I'm using the light from my iMac. You know what the biggest one is? I'm not using a microphone. Oh God, shock, horror. But I'm in a very quiet, very well insulated room. And then what will happen in a moment is I will go into Riverside where this is being recorded and I'll flick a few of those AI buttons. And guess what? The audio will be improved. We'll get rid of some ums and ahs, some of the mistakes and rubbish that I've created. They'll come out and we'll have a very nice, ugly looking video. But it does give you permission. It does give you some ways in which you can get started and why you should create ugly videos and then remake those ugly videos. Why? Because it's going to grow your channel. It's going to pull people towards you. That ugly video brought me clients, helped build my business. I don't know why I keep pointing at it because you can't even see it. It shows you as being a real human being. It creates some proximity. And you know what? It shows to the rest of the world that you're not untouchable, that people can get close to you. And I think that's the power. And that's why these raw creators are in the moment and they're sharing literally kind of vlog style things, a bit unruly, a bit ugly, if you like, but they're working. So with that in mind, you've got no excuse. You've got no excuse. And if you have got an excuse, you feel you've got an excuse and you want to practice in private first, the next video that comes up here is going to show you how you can practice in private in 2 minutes a day. So you can press record, you can make some ugly videos with me, and then we can remake them as we go, because you should remake your best performing content. Why? Because your audience love it. Take care. Much love. Big Daddy out, and it's ugly video.